Good afternoon, I'm Rick Dancer. We are live at Kiefer Mazda's service center today. I'm looking for a new car or a used car, and my friend Ron Story here at Keifer Mazda is helping me. And also we started going, wait a minute, I bet some of you could use some help with your car. So Ron is going to offer you guys a deal. You have to get a hold of him, but this is a really good deal. I'm going to go post this on the other page while Ron tells you kind of what that is. Ron, would you get in here?
Sure, yeah.
So you can...
Hi guys.
You don't get too close, you look like you're in a spoon.
I'm holding this camera, so forgive me my photography skills. Yeah, this is Ron at Keifer Mazda. So obviously Rick and I have been talking a lot, and he's been working really hard at trying to find himself the perfect car for his needs. And some of the things that we've been talking about are things that we realize maybe not everybody is aware of. So we thought we'd have a quick little live video feed on just some of the things that people should look out for and consider when they're actually buying a car of any sort. So we brought along Sandra Oliver from MetLife, as well as we're going to bring in Jose Santamaria, who is one of my technicians, who's extremely good at looking at cars and trying to determine the condition of them and the longevity of them. So just some quick stuff that we're going to go through in terms of trying to help you guys become better car buyers, so that you make the car of your dreams. You know, because nowadays I think it's the second biggest investment you're going to make is buying a car. So we're just trying to help streamline and help you guys out in that department.
Damn, you're good at that.
Yeah,
you see that? Yeah. You don't need me anymore.
Need you.
I'm going to put myself out of a job. So here's the real man who knows everything. This is Jose, my personal mechanic. This guy keeps me rolling. If I didn't have you, my car, don't tell me about my car because I do want to get rid of it. So we want to be real careful what we say about that, Jose, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so tell me, so somebody can bring a car in here, they're looking at Craigslist, they're looking at it at one of the lots next door. You come in, kind of show me what you do, okay, when that car comes in.
Okay, so the first things we got to do is that when we brought the car in here, we look for engine light on, and we check everything in the car, like power windows, power locks, the seat belts, to be sure that everything is in good shape and it has safety. We check the lights. If anything like the seat belt or brake lights or horn or anything like that is not working, car won't pass safety. So we cannot sell the car until we fix the car.
So because a lot of us would not think, we're kind of excited, we see the car, the color's right, the seats are leather, whatever, and we don't look at the little details that you look at because you know what goes wrong, you know what you're finding.
Yes, I know mostly every time that when I bring the car in, so kind of know what is wrong with the car, so we go through that problem first before we put the car in the lot.
And so show me with that you hooked up a little gizmo.
Yes, that in this car that we got right now is a 2000.
Okay, I'm going to turn this here. Hold on. So it's a Jeep.
It's a 2016 Jeep Compass. So this car, I just brought it into the shop. We got a little bit of problem in this car, so we are going to figure it out. What's the problem in the car? So we use a scanner to figure it out. So I'm gonna go through this. What we do here is that we use the scanner and find out what is the code of the car. So we go for a Jeep. We gotta find a Jeep.
So this machine can go in and test
all the cars. Yes, we can test all the cars with this machine. It will tell us. Actually, will tell us what's the code for the car, and after that, we figured out what's wrong. So
okay, hang on, Jose. I'm gonna come around the corner here. Right, get a better shot. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, this is a 2016, so we're gonna go to Jeep 2016.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and then we're gonna auto. So, and we push OK. So this is the VIN number of the car. So the thing that I do, so it is 1497. So I go here and look the VIN number if it's the same car. So it is 1497.
Okay, so you know that's a fact. Okay,
that's for sure that this is the car that I'm working on it. So I push OK because I want to figure it out what's wrong with the car, and I go codes, right? But I don't gonna go in that so if we want to do the whole car, it will be now. I'm gonna show you. We do all the codes. Okay, so the machine start working and showing me what will be the codes that's in the car.
So if something's wrong with this car, like the brake lights or something, it all pops up on here?
It will tell you what is wrong with this machine.
Yes. Whoa.
Yeah. So it's gonna take a little bit. It's 52%. 58, 70. So it's checking for everything it is wrong in the car right now.
So you guys, we're at Kiefer Mazda in the service department. This is Jose, and we're looking at, he's taking a car that's a used car, coming in off the lot. You can bring your car down here and they'll do it for free. They'll do a check. So if you're looking on Craigslist and somebody's got a car and you want to make sure that that you know what's going on. I mean, they can't be 100% sure, but this gives you a real accurate picture.
Yeah, they told me what's the codes, and then will tell me what's wrong with the car. First, we got to find out what's the code, and then we then go deeper than that and figure out what's wrong with the car.
Okay.
So yeah, so right now the machine is already done, so it's telling us that we got two codes. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So this car, it says the brake light switch performs, and it has a brake pedal. So what the problem is that in this car is that we got code PO 571. So we know what I kind of know what is the problem in the car right now, because I see this a lot of times. So I don't, in this kind of case, I don't go too deep because I know what's the problem with the car is. So the next thing that I do is I write it down the code, and then I'll go and get a part price. That way I can go and sell it to the customer, or tell Ron Stewie that this is the problem in the car. And then he goes and sells the customer or sells it to the sales.
Do something for me. So is you as a mechanic, biggest mistake people make when they're buying a new used car? Mm-hmm. What's the biggest mistake you see?
So the biggest mistake that I seen is that people doesn't bring to the shop, because sometimes the car has an engine light on, and it had to be something, got to be a problem in the car, it got to be something bad in the car to have an engine light on. So I was gonna tell you guys that it's when the car has an engine light on, it's because it has something wrong. So it's
don't
better.
just keep driving and
just don't keep driving. Yeah, so just bringing it to the shop and we look at it. Here we do a free checkup for engine light on. So it's after we check the car and we tell you what's wrong with the car. If you want to go deeper than that, then we will charge you to figure out what's the problem with the car. But the first thing we do is telling you the code of the car. Now, like this car, it has a PO 571. We just tell you, hey, ma'am or sir, we got a PO 0571. So you want me to go deeper than that? And after do that, it would be you in your case. So if you want to fix it or not.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 37 years.
God.
Yeah, I'm pretty old man, so
you're not that old. You're just experienced. That's why he takes care of my car. That's why I do that. Oh, I got to get around equipment here. So Ron, biggest mistake people make when they're looking for a used car?
Well, one is not doing a little research. I was just actually just thinking about this. So a couple things that I would encourage everybody to do in their free sites is fueleconomy.gov. is a great place to do research on the fuel economy of a vehicle, and then there's safecar.gov is a place to get look up recalls, and those are great things to have. I mean, not that a recall is a bad thing, but if there's a national back order on an airbag and it's going to take a year to get that airbag, you may want to consider that as something. But those aren't the biggest. I think the biggest mistake is just not having someone look at it.
Because you can look at this, because you've been doing this for a long time too. You and Jose could look at this car and go, that's been in an accident. It may not be
on Carfax is only as good as the people that actually provide information to the government for. I mean, a car can get in an accident. Actually, a car can get totaled. Believe it or not, I've seen cars that should have been totaled, and the owner says, I was just fixing myself. They take it to a backyard mechanic or a backyard body shop, and then the thing gets cut in half and put back together. And I mean, I've seen it. I mean, I've seen the most scariest things in this industry that you question how they're even driving down the road. But
so you guys, you can call Ron here at Kiefer Mazda at the service center, and Ron will have their folks give him some notice, let him know what you're doing. But if you find a car on Craigslist, you find a car, I don't know if people do it in the paper anymore, but wherever you find it online, or if you're at one of the dealers around here, get a hold of Ron, bring it in here, and they'll look it over for you, and
definitely
let you know if there's some problems, some things that you want. And that's, I think, the scariest part about buying a used car for me. just going, I mean, it says, okay, it's been certified, but what does that mean? I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of things that take place. A lot of people buy a car from a private party. Great cars to buy. People buy them from big dealerships and small car lots. Just there's nothing wrong with having things checked out. And if it's a legitimate place or someone's selling a vehicle, they're not going to be offended if you say, hey, before I make a decision, I'd like to have my mechanic or a shop look at it. We encourage that at our store, dealership, we encourage people to have them looked at. It's not a bad thing. I mean, we don't want them. The last thing I want, and I know this dealership wants, and any other dealership that's probably in business, is they don't want the customer to buy the vehicle and have a bad experience. Really, I mean, we're in a small city of Eugene, Springfield, where bad experiences can go real fast and become well known. So we want people to have great experiences. We want the car to be a good car. That's the reason why we have people like Jose who do a very thorough inspection of the cars we put on our lot. When we have the cars that we don't run through our shop, and they're sold accordingly. You buy it as is. There's no warranties. There's nothing on them, and those cars are there and they exist. Usually, the lower the value of the car, the more likely that's the way that car is.
Rick Olson says it's hard to find a trustworthy mechanic these days. I wish you and my brother Patrick were close.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Patrick's an amazing guy, and there's a lot of shops out there that will offer an inspection on a vehicle, and I encourage everybody to take advantage of those. Like I said, I'm just offering this because it's a win for me. I want to build a relationship with you, hoping that when you buy that car, wherever you buy it, you bring it, have us look at it before it's purchased, and we can give you a good idea on what's going on with the car.
See, that's one of the problems for me looking at a new car, because I'm going to have a warranty, and then my wife's still coming here, but I want to bring my car abroad. I want Jose to work on all my cars. Yeah. Okay, speaking of pretty women.
Pretty women. All right.
That are smart. This is Sandra Oliver.
Hi.
And so, Sandra, tell them who you're with and what you do.
I am Sandra Oliver, and I'm with MetLife Auto and Home Insurance. I do auto and home insurance.
So, on auto, one of the things people don't think about buying used or new is how much is this going to go? All the different things we were talking about.
Yeah, so I always encourage my customers all to give me a call and have me quote whatever cars they're looking at. There's a lot of things about different vehicles that would surprise you on what the cost will be to insure it.
And so we were talking, and Sandra was saying, okay, so now on new cars, I don't have one yet. So on some new cars, there's actually stuff in the windshield then.
Yeah, so a lot of the newer vehicles have a camera in the like up at the rear view mirror that is for the rain sensors and things like that. And if that's kind of driven up the cost of replacing windshields in those vehicles, because there's another piece to replacing the windshield. They have to recalibrate the camera whenever that's done.
So if you're buying a car with all the radar on the side and the slow down,
sensors along a lot of these safety features create more of an expense when the car has to be repaired, so it can impact the cost to insure it.
So for someone like me who hasn't bought a new car for 10 years, it would be surprising to me all the different things that could go wrong.
Yeah, I recommend getting the VIN number to whatever cars you're looking at and calling your agent for an accurate quote on it before making the purchase. Because
it can be so much different for things. And also, Ron, you were talking about what a lot of people don't know, like, and we're not getting down on these different car types, but if you
I actually want you guys to buy new cars because we sell new cars here, but
I mean,
we
like
just want
a Mini,
you to have good homework and good knowledge.
But like a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
If you buy a Mini Cooper in Eugene or you live here, you have to take it to Portland to get the warranty.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mini Cooper. There's Land Rover. There's a lot of manufacturers that don't have a very big. Their dealership is the manufacturer's warranty facility is really far away. You should consider that as a factor. I would think. I mean, if I have a check engine light come on and I have a car under factory warranty and the closest dealership is 200 miles away, it may change how I feel about that purchase. Even though I might be in love with the car, do I really want to have to deal with driving it all the way to Portland to just have a warranty? Because you could buy a secondary warranty, and don't get me wrong, those are great things to purchase, and I encourage anyone who buys a car to consider them. But they're not going to cover it if it's still under factory warranty. They're going to say it's still under factory warranty. Now you got to take it to the dealer, and now you have this great warranty you spent money on, and all of a sudden you can't use it until the factory warranty's expired. Which, if you have a car under 3 years, 36, most manufacturers have that is a guaranteed warranty that covers most of everything on the vehicle that could be damaged, could break because of the manufacturer. So I encourage everybody to look into research on that.
Well, and do your homework, because my wife really liked a certain car. I won't say what, but then Ron says, closest dealer's Portland, and then it changed our mind because I don't have time to drive to Portland to get a brake light looked at, or something like that.
Yeah, and a lot of them won't. I mean, now granted, we'll talk about one of the newest Teslas, an up-and-coming manufacturer. They actually don't have a local dealer, but they do have mobile. So if you just go, like Consumer Reports is a great place to go on. I would encourage people to go there. If you're considering buying a car, go on Consumer Reports. There's a lot of great information you get. Some of them are like, even as, not to make fun of all cars, but let's just say this Compass was a 4-wheel drive. I don't know if it is, or an all-wheel drive. An all-wheel drive vehicle has some things that you have to consider. One tire goes bad, you have to replace all the tires, or buy tires that are all in the same tread, because you can't just put one tire on. So there's so many things to consider, and I have lots of knowledge. You're welcome to email me. I'm on the website r.sturry@gokeifer.com. I'd be happy to help, give you some information that help you in your decision. You don't always have to just bring the vehicle to me. I'm open-minded. So
Albert, can you put Ron and Sandra's email in there? I know you have access to them, and I see that you're watching. So if you'd put them in there so people can get a hold of them, because that's what I did with Ron too. Is we were looking at an all-wheel drive, and the first thing Ron said was, "Now remember, doesn't mean you don't do it, but if one tire goes bad, you got to do everything."
I mean, these are all factors that you just want to consider. I mean,
right, just to know.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is discourage anyone to buy an all-wheel drive, because they are great. We sell our CX-5s are all-wheel drive. Love them. They're great cars, but there's things that I would want you to know, because I have to deal with it on the after fact. If you didn't know, you're coming to me and you're really mad because now you're being told you got to buy 4 tires when you didn't know you had to buy 4 tires, and it ends up being a tough way to break in that that relationship.
When I bought my TSX, I had no idea back in the day.
Sport tires.
They had sport tires. You had to have I went through 2 sets of tires at $700 a pop for all 4 of them in 1 year, and I'm like going. I had friends of mine that were selling them, and then finally they started making tires that you could put on them, and it didn't have to be a sports tire. But it was, that was $1,400 the first year in tires. Yeah. And I had no idea because I didn't check it out. So
well, and it's becoming more and more. I mean, because cars are becoming. Well, we have cars that almost drive themselves. I mean, there's just so many things that you have to consider. And I think they were talking a little bit about earlier. I mean, even the simplest of an electric seat, love it, the greatest feature, but it is one more feature that you have to deal with that can mechanically be a problem. So you want to mentally think about it. I know a lot of people just buy the most simplest car just for the very reason they don't want to have that huge expense down the road.
And you see that with what you do.
Absolutely.
So Sandra, again, if you guys are looking for someone who, well, we won't put her in the picture because she gets really embarrassed, but she's like the #1 for MetLife. I mean, like #1 in Oregon. That's not like in Eugene. That's like the state. And she's in our group. We belong to a group called Oregon Networking Exchange. We'll just throw that in there. And you get lots of awards because you do care about the people you work with.
That's what I do, and I do.
And she sends, if she can't get you the best deal, she'll find somebody that she can send you to refer you to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why she's here, because she's a good woman and she knows what she's doing. She's smart. And Ron?
She believes in taking care of her customers just like we do. And I know Rick has the same philosophy. We have a very similar philosophy, and that is that we want to build value and build relationships with our customers, and that's really what we're doing. When I offer free, sure, I'm not making any money, but the idea is I'm going to build a relationship with you. The goal is that we're going to get you to be a customer in some way, shape, or form, even if I just never see you again and I give you a report on the vehicle that you're in love with and you're happy and I don't see you again. The ultimate is that you're leaving with some smile on your face and you have a good, warm, fuzzy feeling about me.
So again, Ron will offer, if you're looking at a car and you see it on Craigslist, go get it, drive it, and make sure you talk to him first. You can bring it here, and they will look it over. They need to have an appointment, but they will look it over for you to just check for what they can to make sure you have a little bit better feeling about going into this, so you're prepared and you have a little bit of knowledge. And call Sandra if you're looking at a new car or a used car to make sure that you know what you're getting into with your insurance, because you don't want to buy the car and say, oh, my car payment's $400 a month, and then find out your insurance payment's $200 a month. That would be a real bummer. That would be a deal breaker for me.
And again, fueleconomy.gov is a great place, because the readings that you get, like a manufacturer posts how many miles per gallon a vehicle gets, city and highway. Those are average throughout the U.S. That is not it's not a factual number. So there might be a different fuel economy rating here in Oregon. We have different fuel than in California. So I encourage you to go to fueleconomy.gov. They'll give you an exact area and an average for that vehicle on fuel, the actual fuel economy that people are getting. And then of course the best place to go is safecar.gov. I think it's safetycar.gov or safecar.gov. Anyways, another great place to look at recalls and some stuff that they can, and there's a bunch of different things you can look at just to make sure that car is good for you. So.
All right, Ron, thanks.
Thank you,
Sandra,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
And you guys, I'm just going to pitch really quick. There is a fundraiser at Papa's Pizza today from 4 to closing, I think. And the money is going to help a woman in Bonita who does animal rescue, and she's found out she has a very serious disease and illness and needs help. So going to look it up online or go to Papa's Pizza, but make sure and mention this is for the fundraiser for the Bonita rescue operation. They were going to come on tonight, but unfortunately she's so ill that she couldn't do it. So I put that pitch out there, so go look it up. Again, that's all day today. All right, guys, so again, thanks, Ron. Thanks, Sandra. Kiefer Mazda Service Center. This is the place where I get my car fixed. So does Sandra and all of our closest friends.
And we sell cars too, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you're looking
New
for
and used.
Yeah, and not just Mazdas.
No,
Although
we do all makes and models. I actually had him drive a Subaru because he was interested in Subarus. We have access to Subarus. We even have
Trucks.
access to new Subarus, trucks.
Yeah,
We have
because
lots
they
of
have
trucks.
dealerships, like Kiefer has other dealerships
Yeah.
besides Mazda,
Yeah.
so they can get you other cars as well. But and I
Just
did
not that Toyota that he's in love with.
Yeah, the Tacoma, they just don't have that one. So I'm looking around. But he's helping me still, even though I'm looking at another dealer to get something. But the other thing, you let me drive that C5.
CX-5. Yeah.
God, that is
Which, by the way, do Consumer Reports on it. It's one of the best cars.
it
It's
did.
actually #1 car of the year, I believe, for the SUVs. small
And that
SUVs.
son of a gun had a ton of power.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to be the one that I don't believe in slow. So there's a gas pedal, and that's what it's for, pushing. And you push that thing down, that sucker moves. It's a good car. So
It's a
anyway,
really nice
all right.
car, so.
Okay, oh, and he takes care of Albert, too. Albert goes, me too.
Yeah, we love Albert.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, you guys. So tonight at 5 o'clock, we're going to be at Hot Mama's Wings at a cocktail party, but we're not going to be talking about cocktails. We're going to be talking with a local film producer who has produced a movie that's going to be debuting here in Eugene at the Regal Theater on the 24th. But
Cool.
I'm booked, so this is the first time I could get him in. So he's going to come and talk with us, so we'll probably see you guys there. And we'll
Dave
be
Kammer,
at Dave Kammer's.
Yeah.
He's having a party over there. So we'll be seeing you at 5 o'clock tonight. And what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Tomorrow's
Thursday, we're at the car wash, and we're going to be talking to a local guy who is doing a fundraiser. Actually, it's a giveaway for kids. So you could give backpacks, school supplies, that kind of thing. Abraham's going to come on the show and do that. And then I have another one tomorrow, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. And then on Friday,
Hi, Becky.
we are going, oh, there you go. Thank you for promoting, yeah, there it is. Sacred Animal Sanctuary Fundraiser, Papa's Pizza. Becky, thank you so much for putting that on there. My brain just doesn't work. And Friday, we're going to be, oh, come on. Oh, the pub cycle. We're taking the executives from St. Vincent de Paul on the pub cycle, and we're going to go to a local food cart and try their food. So that will
Fun.
be, they're always feeding everybody else. I thought we should just feed them now. You know,
Nice.
kind of do a nice thing for them. So we'll see you guys later.
Thank
Again,
you, guys.
Kiefer Mazda Service, Sandra Oliver, MetLife. Their emails are on here. All right, see you guys. Share this on your page too, please. That's how
Share
it
it.
gets going. Share.
Share.